Hello and welcome to the Tabletop Turtles. Today we're looking at Zaberias. Now, Zaberias is a 2 to 4 player game for ages 6 and up, and it plays from as little as 15 minutes in a 2-player game upwards. Zaberias is a land that has lived in peace for centuries. The 4 major races, the Guardians, the Orcs, the Undead, and the humans, have all coexisted quite peacefully for centuries. But now war has broken out, and each of the factions is determined that they will come out on top. So what does this mean for the player? Well, you will take control of a faction and you will try to be the last man standing. You will dominate and extinguish the other races. And this effectively makes Zaberias a 4x light. This was sent to me to give my thoughts on. But before I give you my thoughts on it any further, first, here is a quick overview of the rules. This won't be a full rules teach. This is just the core concepts behind the game. And once I've given you a quick run through of those and how it plays, then we'll come back and I will give you my final thoughts. First, select a number of races equal to the number of players, be it 2, 3 or 4. You will then lay out the relevant player boards for 2, 3 or 4 players. Once you have set up the player boards, players will receive their first wooden city for free. This will provide them with an income of 1 gold and 1 defense dice. They will also receive 5 gold coins to start, and this is what they will use to purchase troops and upgrade their cities. The troop tiles have their strength, including how many dice they get to roll in attack and defense, and their movement. And on the back, you will find the cost for the tile, the name, as you can see, this is the hunter and it costs 1 gold. Other troops, as well as the strength and movement, they also have a ranged attack, which is shown by this symbol here. And on the back has the cost and the name. You can upgrade your cities from wooden to metal, which would provide extra income and more dice. And you can see that it costs 2 gold to upgrade, and it will provide you with 2 gold every turn, and you also gain 2 defense die. This will allow you to recruit better troops. There you go, you see the strength. This time they can roll 2 dice. The movement, and this one has a range of 4. And it costs 3 coins, and as you can see, this has actually got a special ability on it that it gives a friendly unit in range the ability to move and attack again instead of attacking itself. So they start to interact with each other and create more powerful options. Should you decide to upgrade your metal city to a gold one, as you can see, this costs 3 coins, but it will provide you with 3 coins income and give you up to 3 dice for defense. And this will allow you to recruit the big units. This one, as you can see, has a strength of 7, and you get to roll 3 dice in attack and defense, and it has a movement of 3. But look at that cost. 5 coins, this is the Rhino Rider, and it tramples over wood and metal units, killing them instantly. So not only has it got a really powerful attack, it can actually decimate units just by walking across them. So you'd be wanting to get those out fairly quickly. So at the start, once you will recruit troops to your city, and then they can move up to their movement in straight lines. So this one has a movement of 3, so you can go 1, 2, 3. It is possible to go diagonally, but that is only on the pathways. You cannot cross liquids or water unless your troops have a special ability allowing them to do so. And at the top of the board, you will see that there is a space for a second city, allowing you to recruit more troops at once. There is a mine which provides you with extra income when you have a troop on it. And there is also one on the other side which provides all of your units with extra 1 strength. All of the race boards have those features on them, and if you've got a troop on it, it applies to your troops, regardless of which racer's board it actually is. So if you captured all of those, you could potentially get 4 extra strength. If during the game you have a troop that's coming in like this, then it is a straightforward roll a dice for defense and attack, add it to your strength, and highest number wins. 1 unit is killed. Ties just keep going. If you were in a situation like this, you could create what's known as an ambush. Because not only do you have your troop attacking, the flamethrower is also in range, so they can join forces and attack together. This is essential to take down some of the larger units. Also, if the opposing unit is attacking, then both units can club together to defend, or can work together to defend. So it's not just on attack. The idea of the game is to take over and destroy the opponent's cities. This will complete the win. Do that by entering an opponent's city and destroying it. So, welcome back. What did I think of Zaberias? Well, it all depends on who you're playing with. It is definitely a 4X game because you are expanding, you are exploring, you are exploiting, and you're most definitely exterminating. With the power points giving you extra strength abilities, they will be hotly contested over. As for strategy, it is very light on the strategy, but that's not a bad thing. Zaberias is most definitely targeted at the younger audience. That's not to say that there isn't something here for the older players as well. You could easily get 2 or 3 grown people or older board gamers playing this, and it becoming quite tactical as they try and gain ground without leaving themselves open to counter-attack. And with 3 or 4 experienced gamers, this game could actually go on for quite a while, depending on your dice rolls. Now, speaking of dice rolls, you can be the victim of bad luck. There is no dice mitigation. So what you roll is what you've got, that's it. If you happen to get some bad rolls, that's the end of the day for you. Which is fine if a game is over quickly. If the game, however, is going on for quite a long time, an early exit can feel quite harsh. So I would have liked to have seen some form of ability to maybe spend your coins to re-roll dice, or some other way of mitigating those bad luck rolls. However, that being said, this is most definitely aimed at the younger player. And those younger players will enjoy this experience. They will go flat out and they won't worry about the strategic sort of counter-attack, push and pull. They'll just want to destroy you. And that's when it's an all-out slugfest, and it can be a lot of fun, and it won't outstay its welcome. And even if you do get an early exit, it's not a bad thing, because by the time that you've gone and made a cuppa and refreshed everybody's drinks and snacks, the game will be almost over. It can play that quickly when people are just going for it. Now, a few of you, the more eagle-eyed of you, will have noticed the educational claims on the cover of this here. I've spoken to the designers about this and asked them sort of like where the claim came from, and they were very honest about it. Actually, they said that they'd been advised to put that on there by somebody previously, and they realised that it was done in error and they shouldn't have made that claim, and that all future editions, second edition, so on, won't have that on there. However, that being said, there is definitely some educational aspects for the younger player. With the simple dice rolling, counting the symbols that you've got on the dice, and then adding it to the 2 or the 3 or the 4, it's very simple, straightforward addition, which will always be of an educational value to a 6 or 7-year-old. There are aspects of strategic thinking that children will start to pick up on. You know, if I go here, then you're going to go there type thing. They will be planning ahead as well because of the fact that they want the extra money, they want the extra power. And there will also be the social skills, especially if there's 3 or 4 of them playing. Well, giving the, well, I'm going to attack him, so don't attack me. No, I won't attack you if you don't attack me type conversation that you get from 6 and 7-year-olds quite often. So, in summary, it's an enjoyable game that, when played well, when played right, is a lot of fun. It is aimed at the younger player. I don't see it being something that will hardcore gamers will get into. But saying that, if somebody brought it along to go board game night and said, "Do you fancy a game?" I would quite happily go, "Yeah, okay then." So it's not without its place. Now, the Zaberias was intended to be individual packs, because with the board on the front there, you can just pop it down and away you go, and everything's there for you. However, the designers have said that initially it will come out as a boxed set with the 4 races, but they are hoping that if it proves reasonably successful, that they will in fact produce other races, and they have got plans for other races. This could potentially see the game having much more variety, where you could go and buy an extra pack to add on one more race, or you could buy a couple of packs. So there is that potential there without any real difficulty for them to expand and add other races with other abilities into this. Personally, I think it was an enjoyable game. It's not going to be for everybody, and the huge amount of luck with rolling the dice will put some people off, but the target audience is definitely the younger player, and it will most definitely appeal to them. The colourful artwork, the bright graphics is definitely right up that alley, and I would quite happily sit down and teach it to a group of younger players without any problem at all. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear what you think. So please feel free to comment down below. There will be a link in the show notes to Zaberias.com so that you can actually go and look, and you could even download the rules. They do have a how to play video as well. And thank you very much for watching. Thanks for watching the latest Tabletop Turtles video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of new Tabletop Turtles content. Until next time, Turtles out!